Bruno! Came from Sporting like Cristiano. Welcome to the United Vibe, everybody. Man, did we get away with one there today. This is your match reaction. Welcome to the show, everyone. Get your comments in below. Let me know what you think. We're going to rate some players. We're going to go through everything that happened in that game. There isn't much, apart from the last few minutes again in injury time. Rinse and repeat. We said it. Brentford, injury time. Got away with it. Again today against Fulham. Our 7th win in a row against Fulham at Craven Cottage. How are we doing this? How are we managing to stay in these games? And actually, God, I don't know how Erik ten Hag is surviving, honestly. I do not know. It is mind-boggling. But we're there. We're in it. And I had to take a double check on my phone to actually see if we were actually where people were telling me we're in the league. It's like 8th in the league. We're only 1 point away from Newcastle, who are 6th, and we are absolutely dog shit. How are we getting away with this? That game there today was everything that is wrong with Manchester United. We had that moment, early doors, goal disallowed for VAR. Unfortunate, I thought. Again, another VAR goal, which could have changed the course of the game. It might have been a lot different, but we got the win in the end somehow through Bruno Fernandes. A bit of endeavour, a bit of determination from Palestra down the right-hand side. That was the right substitution. My opening lineup, my front three was Garnacho, Højlund and Palestra. We were nearly there. And the one player, when he did come on, he just gave us that a little bit more down that right-hand side, Palestra. Massive kudos to him and everything that he has put into that game today, because the effort was there for him. The effort was there, and that's what we didn't have. Anthony was just running down blind alleys. He just wasn't in that game at all. Wasn't good enough. Palestra come on, and I think that was the moment. And there wasn't much to go around. There wasn't much in terms of the game changing. I was creating more chances, but we just seemed to have a little bit more energy when Palestra came on, and that was the difference for me. That's where it all. It should have been that from the start. I keep going into a line there saying that's where it all changed. It didn't, because the game was crap all the way through, and we were absolutely shocking. There's nothing out of the game. But it just shows you, doesn't it? When players are given a chance, they take that opportunity. I wanted to make a big shout out to Garnacho as well. Didn't have his best game, but he kept on going. He didn't give in. He didn't let things get on top of him. And Bruno Fernandes, I mean, that alone today, that goal, is absolutely massive for Manchester United. And there's a player where nothing went right. I was ready to rate him a 2 out of 10. And he's just gone up to a 6 out of 10 because he's won the game. And that shows you exactly how bad Manchester United were, how poor United were in that game. But they didn't give up. That's what we've got to hope. That's what we've got to cling on to right now. It's not good enough, and it isn't going to get us where we need to in the league. It's going to get us nowhere near where we need to this season. But you know what? We have got that hope that the team are actually playing for. They're actually playing for each other. They're going to the end, and yeah, I'm clutching at straws. I know, but you have to sort of say, well, credit to them for actually sticking it out and actually carrying on going, if you can call that carrying on going, because we were very lucky. I'll get into some of your comments. D-Mac, happy we won, but I still feel like half-decent side will destroy us. Yes, still passing all over the place, putting us under pressure, says Ander. Truth Seeker, dead performance. Nana kept us in. That's unsustainable football. Very true. Stu, we deserved it after the weird offside. We kept going best we could, and that's what we had on the pitch. Adam, would you put man of the match Anana? Great saves from him today. We're going to go through the players and rate them players and their performance today as well. But yeah, it was a very, very bad day. It was a crap game of football. It pretty much was a mid-table to bottom part of the table game. 2 Premier League sides who were really struggling. I think when we had Harry on last night, the Fulham fan, he said 1-0 to Fulham. I think we both said it's going to go 1 goal either way. Both teams really lacking in confidence in front of goals. We don't score many, but we can hold out and scrape a win. That's what we did in the end. And it takes the edge off Ten Hag completely. Obviously, it will be hyped back on again for next week against Copenhagen. But that result there against Fulham today was one of just see it through the weekend and take the edge off everything that's going on with Manchester United right now. That's all it was. It's the only positive is the fact that it's 3 points and a clean sheet. And credit to Onana, like the comments say, he basically kept us in the game with them second half saves today. And they're the moments that you would hope give certain players confidence. Will that now springboard Bruno Fernandes into action? That moment, that winning goal, that is everything to a player. And it could just, like I said, it could just give us that little bit of something going forward where you look back on it and you go, that was it. That was that piece, that moment in the season where everything changed. We've said that a few times this season, then we just come up against a brick wall again. But I'm chuffed for Bruno. I was slagging him off to Hayal. I thought he was horrendous in the game. Really, really poor. But we clung on again. Moments FC Manchester United got us the win. And you've got to walk away from it and go, well, did we expect much more? No. And it was an eventful one. It was, in terms of emotions and going through it. Our first watch along. Cheers to everyone who did tune into the watch along. Wasn't the best game to do, but we got the win, and that's what's important out of all of this. And yeah, you guys were entertaining all the way. The new members, the chat, absolutely brilliant. We got through it. And in the end, we got our rewards for sticking by our team. We got the 3 points. We move on. Happy days. Through some of your comments now. That was all about the 3 points, says Paul Irwin. United Spotlight, I believe the springboard when I see it. We said that's against Brentford. Bruno scored, but he was shite today. Let's not forget that. No, we're not, mate. And I think that's going to come. It's going to come across in the ratings that we go through now. Cheers for all your comments regarding the graphics and the backdrops and everything like that. So we are doing bits and moving forward bit by bit every single week, guys. So stay with us. We will add more as we go along. So cheers for tuning in today, and obviously all the praise and everything for the new setup and everything like that. Brilliant stuff. Palestri assist. I need more play. I need him to play more games, says Lilies. Rashford has to be benched for at least 5 games now. Well, this is the big test for Ten Hag now, because Rashford didn't play, didn't feature whatsoever, and United got a win. Our first win in a while, to be honest. It's a shame we can't score more than 1 goal in a game. And the fact that we've only scored 2 goals in 4 games is still going to really concerning and is a real worry for me. But yeah, a lot of people are giving their shout out to man of the match and who they think should get it. So we're going to go through the players now. I'm going to rate them. Obviously, we will get the graphics up for this part of this segment as well as we move along, guys. Super chat in from Acid 23. Don't do watch alongs, but had to come in afterwards. Great to see you doing well, mate. Maguire, man of the match, and Palestri worked his socks off, which was great. A few shouting Maguire out, actually. I actually give him a bit of praise today as well, Maguire. I thought he did deserve a little bit of something. Caroline, fair play. Harry today playing on with that nasty clash early doors. Yes, it was. It was an horrible one. I didn't think he was going to make it through, but you know what? Credit to him. He got the job done, and we got the win. But yeah, let's get into it. Andre Onana in goal for us today. It pleases me to say that Andre Onana had a very, very good game. Faultless, in fact. A few stray passes here and there, but nothing major. Made big saves, came and claimed balls when he needed to. Was rock solid. Defence was organised enough. And I think he deserves his praise. It wasn't really his fault for what's happened over the last couple of weeks. He's not really been at fault for the goals that we have conceded and the humiliation that we went through regarding that City and Newcastle game. So today, Onana, key saves at key moments and big moments in the season. Yeah, I'm giving Onana a 7 out of 10 today. I am. I think he played well. I think he deserves that mark. Guys, let me know in the comment section. Get your marks in as well for the players as we go along and go through. It is a tough one when you've got so many poor performances to pick out a positive, and it kind of does overlap the positives sometimes as well. So yeah, I feel like we have to remember that Onana did have a good game. He was solid, he did his job, and he deserves his 7 out of 10. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Let me know what you think. Onana gets 7. Yep, Onana was man of the match. A lot of people are saying the same thing. Over to Diogo Dalot. I thought was shocking today. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I didn't think he had a good game at all. His passing was poor. strength, positional play, not good enough for Manchester United today. I thought he let his side down. He had a good moment early doors, though. I will remember the moments where he was good when Fulham were coming in on the back stick and he tracked his runner into the box, unlike he did against Newcastle in the week, and made a good interception. So moments, but I think Dalot, he gets a 4 out of 10 for me today. Dalot wasn't good enough, and I think he'll look back on that and go, he could have done a lot better, and I would agree with him. But yeah, into central defence, we'll start with Johnny Evans. I didn't really see much wrong with Evans' performance today. I thought he played well. I thought he did his job. Again, another solid performance away from home for Johnny Evans. Another clean sheet with Johnny Evans in the side. So you got to look at that. It's no coincidence. Burnley away, he played well. Obviously, played well against Fulham again today. So big away win. I think Johnny Evans, 6 out of 10 today for me. I don't know what you guys think. Daz Sofa says 3.5 for Dalot. Stu saying Evans a 6. Evans 5, did his job. Evans was a 6, says David Pearson as well, did his job well. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. He's not a great side. It wasn't a great side, Fulham, was it? It wasn't a fantastic performance from them. They were poor. They really are. And they are lacking in the final third. They're missing Mitrovic big time. And Harry said that last night, the Fulham fan. 6 out of 10 for Evans. He dealt with what he had to well. On to Harry Maguire. Took the knock early doors. Didn't look like he was going to make it. We'll have a cracking shiner in the morning, definitely with that one. And he battled through. He had some moments. He did well. He was strong. Crucial headers. Didn't really put a foot wrong. Some stray passes, but everyone makes them. And there were plenty of them in the game with United players. But yeah, I think Harry Maguire deserves a 7 out of 10. I don't know what you guys think. I honestly, I didn't think he was bad at all today. Again, I'll say it like it was with Evans. Fulham have not got a lot up front and they haven't got much for us to deal with. But you've got to look at it and go, under pressure, a tough game going to Fulham, and we've came out on top and got the 3 points and got away with it a little bit. Yes, but honestly, you got to look at the defensive performance and say they did their job. They did their job today. They weren't really at fault for how bad we were. I've called out Dalot. I think he was the worst of the back line. But Harry Maguire, Johnny Evans, no, I was happy with their performance. He gets a 7 out of 10. Man of the match, Harry Maguire. Maguire gets an 8 from me. Good passing, body on the line, didn't make any mistakes, said Acid 23. 6 for Maguire, 7 man of the match. Maguire 6, 7 says Caroline for Harry Maguire. Yeah, it is. It's all positives for Harry today. Oh, Slabhead is back and he keeps his record going. But yeah, well done, Harry Maguire. At the moment, joint man of the match for me with Andre Onana. Definitely earned that today. And he's got the war wounds to go with it as well. Well, yeah, good stuff, Harry. Thank you. On to right back and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I thought he had a good game. I was saying it through the watch along. I thought Bissaka was decent. I thought he did everything right. Nothing got past him. Tackling was usual Wan-Bissaka quality. A solid performance for me. I'd say, again, he's up there, but I would say probably just not as important as what Maguire was today. 6 out of 10 for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I thought he was very, very good. Again, didn't have much to deal with, but what he did have to do, he did well. And yeah, credit to him. Credit to him. Good luck with the new venture, Adam. Get in, boys. That's it. That's the one. Cheers for that, Nathan. Heads held high today. Yeah, well, we are now anyway. Now we've got away with it and got the result. We can put our feet up this weekend and chill. You can enjoy your fireworks and your bonfire tonight, knowing that the Reds have won. That's what's important, everyone. That is what is important. Don't forget to give the video a like, guys. Let's try and get them up. We did good numbers on the watch along. Let's try and get to 100 likes on the match reaction as well, people. If you can, that would be good. But yeah, moving on. That's the back line done. Into midfield. Christian Eriksen, not good for me today. In fact, very poor. Very, very poor. It was... oh, God. It was one of them games where he just looked like he was his age, I would say, Christian Eriksen. He just looked like he was struggling to keep up with the play. He's not very strong. We know that. I think Christian Eriksen, where he is in his career now, he's a super sub. Christian Eriksen. Had some all right moments, some bad moments. The game passed him by in moments as well. So for me, Christian Eriksen, I'm going to give him a 5. I think that's about max I can give him. Turned up, passed the ball around okay at times. Good balls in that created that goal that should have been, that was called off for VAR. So he had some moments in the game and it could have been a lot better for him. But I think you guys are agreeing. 5.5, 4, 4.5, 5 for Eriksen, 4.5, 6 Wan-Bissaka, 4.5 says Daz Salford as well for Eriksen. I think we're all in agreement that Eriksen was just average today. Not his day, but he had some moments. That would be it. Scott McTominay got the goal. Thought he was going to have another blinder. We're leading the way to our leading goal scorers chart again. Enhancing his reputation as that goal scoring midfielder. Needs to be playing further forward. But drifted in and out of the game again. Wasn't horrendous. Wasn't fantastic. I'm thinking a 5 out of 10 straight out for Scott McTominay. I do think that I can't see him or anyone giving him any more than that, to be honest. Same as Eriksen, probably a little bit better. So we'll go 5.5 for Scott McTominay. Just a bit better than Eriksen, I would have thought today. It would have been a lot more if that goal would have stood. I know we can't take that away from him. He was only doing what he should do, but it didn't stand, and you've got to recover from that. And for me, worked hard, did his job. 5.5, steady header for me. McTominay 4, 6, 6.5. Some giving McTominay a 7, 5.5. Scott is a trier but lacks the guile. 5 says Domingo T. Scott McTominay nowhere after the goal of 4. 5.5 will give McTominay for his performance today. On to Bruno Fernandes. It would have been a 2 for me, but moments, save players, and moments are important as well. And Bruno Fernandes, even though he plays shocking and has been playing shocking, he keeps doing what Bruno Fernandes does. He keeps playing that risky ball. He keeps trying to be that one that is different. He takes all the criticism on his shoulders, and he came up today with the winner. Performance-wise, nowhere near good enough. I'm not going to let him off the hook, but he gets a 6 out of 10 just because that goal is massive for Manchester United right now. That's how I'm rating Bruno Fernandes. Absolutely huge moment in the game and deserves his 6, I feel. I think that's what we'll go with for Bruno Fernandes. I think that's fair. He's a captain, says United Spotlight. Bruno was a 6, 2 before the goal, 5 after it. Bruno 5 just for the goal, 6 for the goal, otherwise 4. Yeah, I think a lot of people are saying Malcolm's still not having it. It's giving him a 3. Never stopped working, says Easy Grown. I mean, yeah, he always does work hard. We can guarantee that he's going to put that in. But the moment was the goal, and United are getting the 3 points because he had the composure to send Paulinho the wrong way and then took it in past Leno, and we got the 3 points because of that. That was it. Bruno stepped up when it mattered. 7 purely for never giving up. Awful performance aside from that. So yeah, 6 out of 10, definitely. The front line, graveyard shift for Højlund today. Battled, feeding off scraps, didn't have a shot. I felt sorry for him. I'm giving him a 4 simply because he didn't do anything of importance, but his work rate was phenomenal. He just couldn't get in the game. It seems harsh that I'm saying it's a 4. But again, it's another game without a goal for Højlund. He's still not scored in the Premier League. And that's a big problem for us. It really is a big, big problem. I feel like he needs that goal. He may move on after it, but couldn't really get himself in the game. It's a 4 out of 10 for Højlund for me. Not quite there again, but he is feeding off scraps. So yeah, I think if you agreeing with that one, 5 for effort, 5, 6, yeah, 5. We could maybe upgrade it to a 5. I mean, am I being harsh with it being a 4? He just didn't do anything, did he, really? It's hard work that today. That was a hard shift for Højlund. And you know what? I think he's done well to come out of it with what he has. And he contributed in a way that is probably going to go unsung. Let's see, who else do we... Anthony. Let's go to Anthony. Sorry, I forgot he was actually playing in the front line then. I mean, Anthony is probably the worst performer on the park today for me. I'm giving Anthony a 2. I normally like him for his energy and his work rate and his battle hardness. He never gives up. His little pit bull. But no, today I thought Anthony was a choke. One of the worst I've seen Anthony play. 1.3. 3 for Anthony. 2, 1, 3. Yeah, no one's rating Anthony's performance today. It was one diabolical game for him. Nothing came off. It didn't seem to be as usual, up for itself. And, it showed. It showed because he was the first one hauled off. And the game sort of took a bit more of a positive turn when Palestra came on the pitch. So, for me, yeah, not there for Anthony today. Not his moment. And there will be better days, hopefully. He's going to struggle to get in the side, though, if he plays like that. If Palestra does what he does when he came on, then there's no room for Anthony on that right-hand side. Over to Garnacho. Just worked his socks off all game. I'm giving him I think I'll give Garnacho... You know what? Some may go in on me for giving him this mark, but I'm going to give him a 6 simply because he just never stopped. He never stopped. You could see him trying things. He wasn't coming off. He didn't scare away from trying it again and again and again. Got in good positions. Trapped back when he needed to. Gave fouls away when he needed to. He's just unlucky. He's at least not giving up. And his work rate today was something that won't go unnoticed by a lot of fans. And a lot of them United fans that were there today will pick up on that. And they will feed off that. That was an impressive work rate performance for Garnacho. Yes, the flair bits did not come off for him, but you've got to give it to him. You've got to shut up, Siri. You found Garnacho. Well done. But yeah, I feel like he deserves praise just for that out-and-out work rate. And you know what? It doesn't always come off. And you got to keep going. Work rate is a minimum. This is what Manchester United haven't done over the last couple of games. Things haven't come off. It's not worked out well, but we don't down tools. You keep working. 6 out of 10 for Alejandro Garnacho today. Credit to the lad. Gave us that energy we needed. And he did actually contribute to that win today. He did in his own way. But yeah, that was it for everyone that started the game. I mean, can we mark the substitutes? I think Palestra deserves an honourable mention just for his endeavour down that right-hand side. He gave us more in 5 minutes than what Anthony did in 60. He just never stopped. And his work rate down that right-hand side, never giving that ball up. I think he took a player on, lost it, then tackled it back, lost it again, came back. The defender booted it against his back because he was just there battling on. He just did not stop. And it was because of that Bruno had that opportunity. And you have to give him credit for that. So you know what? I'm going to go out and say that Palestra deserved another 6 out of 10. And you may think that's crazy just to give Palestra that mark, the same as Garnacho. But I'm talking about impacts and taking your opportunities in games. And that's what Palestra did. And he deserved it. Martial didn't really do anything. I can't even mark him, to be honest. And yeah, I just feel like that pretty much summed it up. I mean, Mount, when he came on, flattered to deceive. And it was a poor showing for Mason Mount. But today was all about the result. Today was about Manchester United getting points on the board. United actually coming through a tricky-ish period with 3 points. And now, again, I know we've said it before, we have to move on from this. We have to start working harder on the train. We have to start believing in what we're doing, because it looks like on that pitch going through the game, we just don't believe in ourselves. And that, for me, is the issue with this team right now. We don't believe in what we're doing. We're waiting for someone to take the game by the scruff of the neck and move forward. And it just wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough. And again, we have to have more to our game. In time, will Ten Hag get it right? I don't know. I really don't know. But you have to look at it and go, today Ten Hag got away with it. Bruno bailed him out. Another moment for him where you just have to say you got lucky, Eric, because Bruno pulled it out in the end. Like I said, a bit of extra effort from Palestra down the side. But in the game, there was no flow. We didn't know what we were doing. It didn't look like anyone had a plan in their heads. Didn't look like they come off with any sort of guidance of tactics or anything like that. I don't think anyone can say that they figured out what was going on. But yeah, that was it. It was about the 3 points. Being solid in defence and getting the win. I'll be interested to see what Ten Hag says after the game, to be honest. Martial played as well as Rashford, a 2, says Domingo. Temper my points because I haven't been able to watch any match for 2 weeks. I know due to Wi-Fi issues. Dutch Christ, cheers for that, buddy. And thank you for being part of the legendary membership crew. That is there in the link in this description, guys. If you did want to jump across and become a legend of the channel, that is there for you to join right now. Click on that link. All good stuff. Brilliant. I mean, to sum it up, you've got to just say results are important, probably more important than performances right now. It's not good. We're not really getting much entertainment for our money, but we're just hoping that United can just build and move forward from it. And that's all we can hope. It's never going to be good enough, I think, with this crop of players under Ten Hag. This season is going to be one of games like this, just moments where you just hope that we can click and something will come off. But until that time comes, we just got to hope that we can have and still, we've got to hope that we're actually still in these games and we can have that moment at the end when someone steps up and scores a goal. But in the end, like I said, it's disappointing performance-wise, great result, but yeah, I think the result definitely outweighs anything right now, and we're just happy to move up that table again with a win and look forward to Copenhagen in the week in the Champions League. But that pretty much is it, guys, for today. Cheers for tuning in, everybody. Absolutely brilliant watch along. First match reaction live here as well. We will be keeping on, and we'll be back for the Copenhagen game as well. It's going to be a tricky week for United, but as far as the United vibe is concerned, brilliant stuff. Loving the contributions today. Another one in there from ZZ Grown. Cheers for that, buddy. What a relief. Yes, that's how we'll title this one. What a relief. Manchester United get the 3 points away from home. We move forward. We put this game behind us and just see it as 3 points gained. Guys, absolutely brilliant. Cheers for all the new members. Cheers for all your comments. Cheers for the super chats. Everything today from both shows. Brilliant stuff, everyone. I've loved it. And we will be back tomorrow with a roundup, back for the live show. Sunday evening, everybody. Do tune in. I will be back. We'll probably get some guests on as well, talking over everything that's happened and anything that comes out of any press conference or any other news with United. Cheers for watching, everyone. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm out of